Hello! Welcome to a new video. I hope you all are safe and doing well. So, what are we doing today? Here's the thing. These past few months have been quite weird for me. I stopped drawing for a while, and when I picked up my tablet again, I still didn't end up making a lot of illustrations. I would say it was due to a combination between lack of inspiration and willpower. Okay, it was mainly willpower, but hear me out, please. I've always tried to keep a consistent schedule with everything. Horus, stop. I'm trying to make a video. Don't shush me like that. I have always tried to keep a consistent schedule with everything in my life, including when I would post my art online. For the past 2 years, I've consistently shared one illustration per week over on my Instagram account and one video per week here on YouTube. The frequency has nothing to do with wanting to grow an audience, but I'm gonna get more into that later, but purely to create a routine that I could stick to and that would allow me to, number one, constantly make content without feeling burned out, and number two, avoid procrastination at all costs. Once I couldn't follow this routine anymore due to external factors, my whole existence became a mess. I'm sorry, but I cannot function properly without a solid schedule. It is what it is. One day though, as I was mindlessly doom scrolling through the Instagram Reels section, I stumbled upon a few videos sharing a posting schedule to earn the favor of the almighty algorithm. So, naturally, I decided to follow it. Not to try any sort of strategy to gain a bigger audience, because that's not gonna happen, but to get back into the grind season and finally build a new routine again. That required a lot of work within the first week, far more than what I would usually do, but it was crucial for me to develop a new schedule that I could stick to again. I went from making one illustration every 2 to 3 weeks to making 4 illustrations in less than 2 weeks. Are they any good illustrations? I wouldn't say so. I'm mainly satisfied with the very last one you're going to see at the end of this video. But that's okay, because my end goal is to get back to my old schedule, which would require me to work on only 1 or 2 illustrations per week. That way I'll be able to maintain a good quality. So yeah, after this ridiculously long intro, which shouldn't even be considered as an intro at this point, to be fair, let's talk about what you're actually currently seeing me drawing. For those of you who don't know me, so pretty much all of you, I guess, because I barely ever share anything about myself, I have the tendency to get really obsessed with something to the point that I will spam it for days or weeks until I get bored of it / annoyed by it. Is it an healthy behavior? I have no idea. I don't think so, but I'm not expert, so let's not question it further. So last year there was a time when I somehow, for some unknown reason, got into K-pop. And with K-pop, I specifically mean Stray Kids. Naturally, that resulted in me making a bunch of fan arts of them until one day I randomly moved on and just stopped listening to them altogether. I still love their music, by the way. Please, don't come at me. Just like I said, when I like a certain type of content, I will just spam it until I will dread it. Yeah, that can't be healthy. Anyways, moving on, Stray Kids has recently released a bunch of new songs, so obviously I got obsessed with them again. And that is why I'm making these fan arts you're seeing right now. Not gonna lie, I really prefer the old ones I made last year over these new ones, but it is what it is. I decided to draw only 3 of them because as I was drawing Bang-chan, I've realized that I was already getting annoyed by the thought of sticking to one theme/subject for weeks. So yeah, for now, there's only 3 of them, until I will feel like drawing all the others too. With that being said, I really enjoyed drawing them as it's quite challenging for me to make a fan art of actual real people. I must admit that I struggle quite a lot when I try to make the faces look as similar as possible to the actual real person I'm trying to portray. I still need to find a way to stylize them in my own way without having them look like a completely different character. Also, for some reason, I struggled a lot with the first pose for the Felix fan art, as you've probably already seen, and I don't know why. I still think like there's something really off about it. Also, looking back at it, I don't like the colors I chose at all, even though I was trying to make them look the same as in the reference picture. So yeah, not quite satisfied with the first fan art at all. As for my second fan art, I actually really liked how Bang-chan turned out during the sketching phase and even the line art phase. I think it resembled him quite well. But obviously, I just had to ruin it with the shading. Now it just looks like he's absolutely done with everyone and just needs to sleep. To be fair, I think everything went downhill because I tried to add the darker makeup he had around his eyes in the reference photo, but by adding shadows on top of it, it became extra dark, and paired with the slightly closed eyes, it just gives off the wrong impression. So yeah, I am not pleased with how this one turned out as well. Last but not least, I did one last fan art, this time of Lino, and I can finally say that I'm satisfied with the result. Although it doesn't resemble him very well, if not at all, I really love how the clothes turned out. I decided to keep the shading to a bare minimum and instead added some soft, what are they called? Oh, gradients and highlights. I quite like this look and I think I want to keep this type of coloring style for my future illustrations too. But yeah, I really need to get better at making accurate portraits. I don't know why, I just find it so difficult to keep a decent resemblance of the original character. So that's something I want to work on for sure. And that's about it. This was a little bit of a different style compared to my old videos, but I really would love to make more like this one where I explain my thought process behind each illustration and talk a little bit more about ideas and stuff. AKA, I just want to yap. Although this video was still a little bit different because I also added that long intro to fill y'all in on what has been going on. But yeah, if you watched all the way till here, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you again next week. Peace.